Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. In a tranquil coastal town, the residents unknowingly stand on the precipice of a life-changing event. As the sun sets over the horizon, destiny quietly prepares to unleash its fury upon them. The coastal town of Serenity Bay was aptly named, for it exuded an air of tranquility and harmony that had persisted for generations. Nestled between rolling hills and embraced by the gentle caress of the azure ocean, the town seemed to exist in a world untouched by chaos. But appearances can be deceiving, and lurking beneath the surface was a tale of ancient curses and ominous portents that threatened to shatter their idyllic existence. At the heart of Serenity Bay stood a centuries-old lighthouse, a stoic guardian overlooking the town and its people. The lighthouse keeper, an elderly man named Samuel, had occupied the role for longer than anyone could remember. Samuel's eyes, like the deep sea, held a wisdom that only the passage of time could bestow. He knew that the calm waters they enjoyed were merely a respite before an impending storm. As the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the sky in hues of pink and gold, Samuel climbed a spiral staircase of the lighthouse to its pinnacle. The sea breeze tousled his snow-white hair, and he gazed out over the tranquil bay, his thoughts wandering back to the legends whispered by the town's elders. Legends spoke of an ancient curse that had befallen Serenity Bay centuries ago, when the town's founders had unwittingly angered the sea gods. It was said that a cataclysmic event would befall the town when the time was ripe, bringing chaos and devastation to their peaceful haven. Samuel had always dismissed these stories as mere fables meant to entertain and educate the young, but recent events had begun to gnaw at his skepticism. In the town square below, children played, their laughter filling the air with joy. Families strolled along the sandy shore, relishing the simplicity of life by the sea. But amid this cheerful atmosphere, the tide seemed more restless, and the ocean's song sounded different, a haunting melody that seemed to resonate with a hint of foreboding. He had shared his observations with the townspeople, but they were quick to dismiss his concerns. The long period of peace had lulled them into a false sense of security, and they were unwilling to entertain the possibility that their lives could be upended by an ancient curse. As the town's beacon of light, Samuel felt the weight of his responsibility to protect them, even if they refused to acknowledge the peril. That evening, as the sky darkened and stars began to twinkle above, a stranger arrived in Serenity Bay. His name was William, a weathered sailor with a rugged charm that belied a lifetime at sea. He walked with purpose through the cobbled streets, a leather satchel slung over his shoulder, and an air of mystery surrounded him. Whispers spread like wildfire through the town, and curious eyes followed his every move. Some saw him as an opportunity for excitement and change, while others viewed him with suspicion, wondering if he carried the storm in his wake. William's arrival added an unexpected twist to the tale of Serenity Bay, and little did anyone know how deeply his presence would affect their lives. As the night wore on, a gentle mist rolled in from the ocean, shrouding the town in an ethereal embrace. Samuel, unable to shake the feeling of impending doom, climbed back to the top of the lighthouse. From there, he noticed a strange glow emanating from the horizon, casting an eerie light. It was then that he noticed a lone figure standing on the beach, facing the vast expanse of the sea. It was William, his silhouette a dark contrast against the glowing waters. Samuel strained his eyes to discern what the sailor was doing but couldn't make out the details. He had a gnawing feeling that this stranger held a key to the mysteries surrounding Serenity Bay. Meanwhile, the townspeople had retired to their homes, blissfully unaware of the events unfolding under the night sky. Dreams of peaceful tomorrows danced in their minds, oblivious to the tempest that awaited them. Little did they know that their fate had already been set in motion, and the calm waters of Serenity Bay were about to churn into a raging maelstrom. The stage was set, and destiny was about to unleash its fury upon the unsuspecting town. Chapter 2. Ominous Signs. Strange occurrences begin to disrupt the town's peaceful existence. Unexplained tremors, peculiar weather patterns, and mysterious disappearances raise the alarm among the townspeople, hinting at the impending chaos. As dawn broke over Serenity Bay, a hushed stillness lingered in the air. Samuel's unease from the previous night had not abated, and he found himself drawn back to the mysterious stranger, William, who had appeared on their shores. With a sense of purpose, Samuel set out to find the enigmatic sailor and uncover the secrets he carried. Walking through the town, Samuel observed that the sun's rays seemed weaker, as if dimmed by a veil of uncertainty. The sea, once a source of serenity and inspiration, now seemed distant and cold. The ocean's rhythmic waves had transformed into a discordant symphony, each crash against the shore echoing like a warning. As he approached the beach where he had spotted William the night before, Samuel noticed a peculiar sight. The sand was imprinted with strange markings, symbols that he couldn't decipher. It was as if the ocean itself was trying to communicate, sending cryptic messages of what was yet to come. Lost in thought, Samuel almost didn't notice the town's children huddled together, their faces pale with fear. One of them, a young girl named Lily, approached him with trembling hands and tear-filled eyes. "Have you seen my brother, Thomas?" she asked in a quivering voice. "He went to play by the sea this morning, but now he's gone, and I can't find him anywhere." Samuel's heart sank. He knew that disappearances like this were one of the ominous signs foretold in the town's ancient legends. The curse was awakening, and its hunger for chaos had already begun to claim its victims. He gathered a group of concerned townspeople, including Lily's parents, and they set out to search for the missing boy. As they combed the beach and the nearby woods, the sense of urgency grew. The weather seemed to mirror their unease, with storm clouds gathering ominously overhead. Hours passed, and the sun reached its zenith, but there was still no sign of young Thomas. Just when hope began to wane, they stumbled upon the remains of a small boat washed ashore. The boat belonged to William, the stranger who had arrived the previous night, and its battered state hinted at a treacherous journey. The townspeople exchanged worried glances, unsure of what this discovery meant. Had William met with an unfortunate fate at sea, or was he somehow connected to Thomas's disappearance? Samuel's mind was flooded with questions, but as the group returned to the town square, a tremor shook the ground beneath their feet. It was subtle at first, but the trembling intensified, causing buildings to creak and objects to fall from shelves. Panic rippled through the crowd, and the realization of the impending calamity set. The tremors continued throughout the day, growing stronger with each passing hour. The once steady ground now felt like an unpredictable beast, threatening to unleash its fury at any moment. Fear spread like wildfire, and some townspeople contemplated leaving Serenity Bay in search of safer grounds. But for most, the ties that bound them to their home were too strong to be easily broken. In the midst of the chaos, Emma, the young woman who had stumbled upon the journal in the dusty library, sought out Samuel. She believed that the ancient writings held the key to understanding the current events, and she hoped that the lighthouse keeper could shed some light on the matter. Samuel welcomed her into the sanctuary of the lighthouse, where they pored over the fragile pages of the journal. The writings spoke of a time long ago when the sea gods had bestowed blessings upon Serenity Bay. But the founders' hubris had led them to abuse these gifts, and in their arrogance, they had brought about the wrath of the ocean itself. According to the journal, the curse would awaken when the signs aligned. A stranger's arrival, unexplained disappearances, and unsettling tremors. Emma and Samuel realized that the curse had lain dormant for generations but had now been triggered by the events of the past days. The journal held one final prophecy, a glimmer of hope amid the encroaching darkness. It spoke of a chosen one who would emerge to break the curse and restore harmony to Serenity Bay. This chosen one would bear a mark, a symbol that bound them to the sea gods and bestowed upon them. As they read, a loud crack echoed through the lighthouse, and the ground shook violently. The sea roared in response as if angered by their discovery. Emma and Samuel braced themselves, fearing that the fragile structure would crumble under the tremor's might. Amid the chaos, the journal fell from their hands, revealing a peculiar birthmark on Emma's wrist, the symbol foretold in the prophecy. Wide-eyed, they realized that Emma was the chosen one, destined to face the raging waters and bring an end to the curse that threatened to consume their beloved town. Chapter 3: Unraveling Secrets in a Small Dusty Library. Emma, an inquisitive young woman, discovers a long-forgotten journal that holds the key to understanding the town's dark past. As she delves deeper into its secrets, she realizes that their fate is intertwined with an ancient curse. As the tremors subsided, leaving the town in a state of cautious unease, Emma and Samuel knew that time was of the essence. The ancient journal had unveiled a daunting truth. Emma was the chosen one, marked by destiny to confront the curse that had plagued Serenity Bay for generations. Though overwhelmed by the weight of her newfound responsibility, Emma felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. She had always sensed a connection to the ocean, drawn to its mysteries and vastness. Now, armed with the knowledge of her role in the town's fate, she felt a deeper connection, as if the sea itself whispered, determined to understand the extent of her powers and the path that lay ahead. Emma sought guidance from Samuel. The lighthouse keeper, now more mentor than guardian, shared what little he knew about the sea gods and the ancient rituals that might break the curse. However, his knowledge was incomplete, as much of the old ways had been lost to time. With a shared resolve, they set off on a journey to uncover more about the curse and the rituals that might set things right. The dusty library, where Emma had discovered the journal, became their refuge, and they spent hours poring over ancient tomes and dusty scrolls in search of answers. Through countless sleepless nights, their bond grew stronger, and they became a formidable team. Emma's insatiable curiosity and Samuel's wisdom complemented each other, unlocking secrets hidden in the annals of history. They stumbled upon tales of long-forgotten sea priests and sacred artifacts that were said to hold the power to appease the sea gods. As the search continued, whispers of Emma's destiny spread throughout the town. Some greeted her with reverence, while others regarded her with suspicion and fear. The weight of their expectations weighed heavily on Emma's shoulders, but she found solace in the companionship of Samuel and her growing belief in her purpose. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the ocean, Emma and Samuel made a discovery that sent shivers down their spines. Deep within the labyrinth of the library, concealed behind layers of dust and cobwebs, they found an ancient map. A map that pointed to a hidden cave where the sacred artifacts were rumored to rest. The cave was located on a remote island, said to be beyond the furthest reaches of Serenity Bay. As they traced the path with their fingers, Emma's heart quickened with anticipation. She knew that their journey to the island would be fraught with peril, but she also understood that it was the next crucial step in their quest to break the curse. With the help of the townspeople, who had now recognized the magnitude of the situation, Emma and Samuel prepared for their voyage. Boats were repaired, provisions were gathered, and the entire community banded together to offer their support and blessings. As they set sail towards the distant island, a mixture of trepidation and excitement swirled within Emma. The ocean, once a place of solace, now felt like a vast abyss, teeming with ancient secrets and unfathomable depths. Yet, she knew she had to face her fears and embrace her destiny if she was to save Serenity Bay from the relentless curse. The journey was arduous and the ocean unforgiving. Storms raged, testing their resolve, but Emma's determination never wavered. She felt the presence of the sea gods surrounding her, guiding her through the tempestuous waters. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the island emerged from the horizon, a rugged landmass, untouched by civilization. As they landed on the shore, they were greeted by an eerie silence, broken only by the rhythmic crashing of waves against the rocky cliffs. With the ancient map as their guide, Emma and Samuel ventured deep into the heart of the island, led by an otherworldly sense of purpose. Along the way, they encountered obstacles that tested their perseverance and strength. From treacherous ravines to hidden traps, the island seemed intent on guarding its secrets. At last, they arrived at the entrance of the fabled cave. a dark abyss that seemed to devour the light around it. Undeterred, Emma took a deep breath and stepped forward, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and fear. Within the cave, they discovered a chamber filled with relics of a bygone era, ornate altars, ancient scriptures, and long-forgotten offerings to the sea gods. But the most striking sight was a shimmering pearl nestled within a delicate golden chalice. This was one of the sacred artifacts they sought. As Emma approached the chalice, a spectral figure appeared before her, the ghostly form of a sea priestess. She spoke in an ethereal voice, recounting the tale of the curse and the responsibility bestowed upon the chosen one. To break the curse, Emma must present the sacred artifacts to the sea gods as an offering, but she must also confront the malevolent force that guarded the source of the curse. Only then would the town of Serenity Bay be freed from its perpetual torment. Armed with newfound knowledge and the sacred artifact, Emma emerged from the cave, her spirit emboldened by the encounter with the sea priestess. Her destiny was now clear, and she knew that the time had come to face the malevolent force and restore harmony to the raging waters. Chapter 4. Tides of change. Thirst takes hold, and the ocean's rage intensifies. The sea swells, and a massive storm looms on the horizon, threatening to engulf the town. Panic ensues as the residents struggle to comprehend the forces of nature they must confront. As Emma and Samuel returned to Serenity Bay with the sacred artifact, an eerie calm settled over the town. The air felt heavy with anticipation, and the townspeople's gazes followed the chosen one and the lighthouse keeper with a mixture of hope and trepidation. Emma knew that time was running out. The ominous signs, the tremors, the mysterious disappearances, and now the sacred artifact had all converged to herald the awakening of the curse. The sea god's fury, once dormant, had been stoked, and the town's fate hung precariously in the balance. Gathering the townspeople in the central square, Emma addressed them with a steady voice. My friends, the time has come to confront the curse that has haunted Serenity Bay for far too long. With the sacred artifact in our possession, we have a chance to appease the sea gods and break this ancient curse. But we must act swiftly and decisively. We must stand united in the face of this tempest, for together we can weather any storm. Her words ignited a flicker of hope in the hearts of the townspeople, and a sense of unity spread through the crowd. They had seen Emma's courage and determination, and they were ready to follow her lead, no matter the cost. As night fell, the sea's gentle murmur turned into a relentless roar. The ocean swelled, its waves rising with an ominous energy. The townspeople watched in awe and fear as the sea began to encroach on the shore, foreshadowing the power it held over their lives. With the tide rising, Emma led the townspeople to the edge of the sea, where she arranged the sacred artifacts as an offering to the sea gods. As she recited ancient incantations, a solemn hush fell over the crowd. The wind seemed to carry her words out to the vast expanse of the ocean, seeking an audience with the divine beings who held their fate in their hands. Moments passed, but nothing seemed to change. The sea gods remained silent, and the ocean's rage showed no sign of abating. Doubt crept into the hearts of some, but Emma's resolve remained unyielding, just when it seemed that all hope might be lost. The sea began to churn. A spectral figure appeared from the depths, an apparition of ethereal beauty and power. It was one of the sea gods, drawn by the offering and the presence of the chosen one. The sea god spoke, her voice echoing like the crashing waves. You have dared to confront the curse that has plagued this town for generations. Your offering is seen, but appeasing the sea gods requires more than mere trinkets. Prove your devotion and your worth, and only then shall we consider breaking the curse. With these enigmatic words, the sea god vanished, leaving the townspeople stunned and uncertain of their next move. Emma's mind raced, searching for a way to prove the town's devotion to the sea gods. She remembered the journal's mention of ancient rituals, and a spark of inspiration ignited within her. There is an ancient ritual that the sea gods demand, a ritual of unity and sacrifice, Emma declared, her voice strong and unwavering. We must demonstrate our commitment to one another and to the town. Only through sacrifice can we prove our worth. The townspeople exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what Emma meant. But the chosen one's conviction was contagious, and they knew they had to trust in her judgment. Emma explained the ritual, a bond of unity that would connect the townspeople and strengthen their resolve. Each person would make a personal sacrifice, relinquishing something dear to them in service of the greater good. By doing so, they would demonstrate their commitment to breaking the curse and restoring peace to Serenity Bay. Amid the tumultuous night, the townspeople gathered once more in the central square. One by one, they stepped forward, offering their sacrifices with tearful eyes and brave hearts. Some gave up prized possessions, while others offered cherished memories or parts of their pasts that held them back. Emma, too, made her sacrifice, a piece of her soul, pledging to carry the burden of the curse, in the hope of breaking its malevolent grip. As the chosen one, her sacrifice held the most weight, a symbol of her commitment to the town and its people. As the final sacrifice was offered, a radiant light enveloped the town square. The sea gods present seemed to draw closer, their ethereal forms merging with the surrounding ocean. They spoke once more, their voices carrying the weight of eons. Your devotion is seen and your sacrifices acknowledged. The path to breaking the curse has been illuminated, but the trial ahead will test your resolve like never before. Beware, for the storm that looms on the horizon threatens to consume all in its path. Stand strong, chosen one, for your destiny awaits. With these words, the sea gods vanished, leaving the town in an anticipatory silence. The residents felt a newfound sense of unity, knowing that they had embraced the sacrifice and demonstrated their unwavering commitment to one another. As the night wore on, the winds intensified and the sea roared with unprecedented fury. A colossal storm began to gather on the horizon, its dark clouds spiraling like an ancient beast awakening from slumber. The time had come for Emma to face the malevolent force that guarded the source of the curse. With Samuel and the townspeople by her side, she marched towards the heart of the tempest, knowing that their bravery and unity were their strongest weapons. Chapter 5. Alliance of the Unlikely. Emma forms an unexpected alliance with an enigmatic sea captain named Finn. Bound by a shared destiny, they must navigate treacherous waters both literally and figuratively as they set out to break the curse and save their town. As the storm raged around them, Emma, Samuel, and the townspeople pressed forward into the heart of the tempest. The howling winds and crashing waves seemed to echo the wrath of the malevolent force guarding the source of the curse. Fear clawed at their hearts, but the knowledge that they stood united gave them the strength to push forward. In the midst of the chaos, a figure emerged from the churning waters. A rugged sea captain named Finn. His storm-beaten ship, the Silver Serpent, loomed behind him like a phantom from the deep. With piercing blue eyes and a mysterious aura, he seemed to embody the very essence of the ocean itself. Emma and Samuel recognized Finn as the stranger who had arrived in Serenity Bay before the curse awakened. His appearance in the heart of the storm felt both serendipitous and foreboding. Was he friend or foe? Only time would reveal his true intentions. Without a word, Finn joined their ranks, and the townspeople regarded him with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Emma sensed that he held a secret, something that tied him to the town and the curse. She approached him, her eyes meeting his with a silent understanding. "I have seen you in my dreams," Finn said, his voice carrying the weight of ancient tales. "In visions of the past and future, you appear as a beacon of hope, a harbinger of change. The sea speaks of your destiny, entwined with mine." Emma felt a connection with Finn, a bond forged by the tides of fate. She knew that he held the key to understanding the curse and the malevolent force that guarded its source. Together, they could stand a chance against the tempest that threatened to engulf Serenity Bay. With Finn by her side, Emma led the way deeper into the heart of the storm. The malevolent force seemed to sense their approach, unleashing torrents of wind and rain in an attempt to deter them. But Emma and Finn stood strong, their shared purpose bolstering their determination. Amid the chaos, a vision appeared. A glimpse of the past when the town's founders had first angered the sea gods. the townspeople witnessed the events that had led to the curse. Their ancestors' arrogance and greed that had brought about the ocean's wrath. In the vision, Emma saw a sea priestess, a guardian of the sacred artifacts, whose duty was to maintain balance between the town and the sea gods. But the priestess had fallen victim to greed and power, choosing to harness the sea god's energy for her own gain. The malevolent force that now guarded the curse was born from the corrupted spirit of the sea priestess, a vengeful entity that sought to consume all in its path. Emma understood that to break the curse, they must confront this malevolent force and offer it redemption, a chance to find peace and release its anger. As the vision faded, they found themselves standing before the heart of the storm, a swirling vortex of dark energy. The malevolent force loomed before them, its presence both terrifying and mesmerizing. Emma knew that their only chance was to confront the force with compassion and understanding. She stepped forward, her voice strong yet filled with empathy. "We know the pain you carry, the anger that fuels you. But we also know that beneath this darkness lies the spirit of a sea priestess who once protected this town. We offer you redemption, a chance to find peace and break free from the curse that binds you." At Emma's words, the malevolent force wavered, as if caught between its vengeful desires and the faint glimmer of hope. Finn stepped forward, his voice carrying the weight of centuries. "You are not alone in this burden. We stand together as one, bound by destiny and united in purpose. Let go of your anger and embrace the balance that once guided this town." The storm intensified, testing their resolve, but Emma and Finn stood their ground, unwavering in their commitment to bring about change. With each passing moment, the malevolent force seemed to waver, its dark energy flickering like a dying. Suddenly, the malevolent force released a powerful surge of energy, enveloping Emma and Finn. They felt the weight of the curse bearing down on them, threatening to consume them in its darkness. But Emma held on to the vision of the sea priestess, her compassion shielding her from the malevolent force's grasp. In a final act of defiance, Emma and Finn channeled the energy of the sea gods, intertwining their powers with the malevolent force. They offered it forgiveness and understanding, allowing it to release the pain that had bound it for so long. As the malevolent force yielded, its darkness began to dissipate, transforming into a radiant light that illuminated the heart of the storm. The tempestuous winds softened, and the crashing waves became a gentle embrace. Emma and Finn felt a sense of relief wash over them. The malevolent force had found redemption, and the curse was finally breaking. The storm that had tormented Serenity Bay for generations was subsiding, and the sea god's anger was appeased. With the malevolent force pacified, the townspeople emerged from their hiding places, witnessing the transformation with awe and gratitude. The sky above them began to clear, and a sense of peace settled over the town. As the first rays of dawn broke through the dissipating storm clouds, Emma and Finn knew that their journey was far from over. The curse had been broken, but the town needed time to heal and rebuild. Serenity Bay, once a tranquil coastal town, had been forever changed by the events that unfolded within its borders. The residents had faced the fury of the raging waters and emerged stronger, united by a shared odyssey. In the aftermath of the tempest, the town took time to heal and reflect on their journey. They found hope in the unity forged during the storm and discovered that life's most profound lessons came from weathering its greatest challenges. And so, the tale of Serenity Bay continued, an ever-evolving odyssey of life, love, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Chapter 6. Siren's Song. Blurred by the haunting melodies of the mythical sirens, the townspeople are tempted towards the treacherous sea. Emma and Finn must resist the enchantment and rally the community to stand united against the sirens' call. The aftermath of the storm left Serenity Bay in a state of both relief and uncertainty. The curse had been broken and the malevolent force tamed, but the town bore the scars of its trials. Emma and Finn knew that their duty was not yet complete, for new challenges awaited them. As the townspeople set about repairing their homes and rebuilding their lives, whispers began to spread throughout Serenity Bay. tales of mythical creatures emerged, beautiful and mysterious sirens, whose haunting melodies lured sailors to their doom. These mythical beings were said to possess voices so mesmerizing that those who heard them were compelled to follow, heedless of the dangers that awaited them in the treacherous sea. The town's recent brush with the malevolent force had left them vulnerable, and the sirens sensed an opportunity to ensnare their hearts. Emma and Finn knew that the sirens' call posed a grave threat to the town's newfound harmony. The temptation of their enchanting songs could shatter the unity they had fought so hard to achieve. Determined to protect their home, they set out to find a way to resist the sirens' allure. Their search led them to an ancient temple atop a cliff overlooking the ocean. It was said that within its sacred walls lay a means to protect oneself from the sirens' song. Emma and Finn knew that this was their best chance to safeguard the townspeople from falling under the siren's spell. Free spirits with the sacred artifact in hand, the duo climbed the cliff, braving the gusting winds and the allure of the siren's distant melodies. Inside the temple, they found ancient inscriptions and forgotten rituals that spoke of the siren's power and how to counter it. The key to resisting the siren's call lay in the strength of one's spirit and the bonds of love and unity that held the town together. As Emma and Finn deciphered the inscriptions, they realized that the answer to protecting Serenity Bay lay not in magic or mysticism, but in the resilience of the human heart. They returned to the town and shared their findings with the townspeople, urging them to stand strong against the siren's song. They organized gatherings and discussions, emphasizing the importance of their shared journey and the bonds that had grown during their odyssey. As the siren's song grew louder, the temptation intensified. Emma and Finn watched as some townspeople struggled against the allure, drawn toward the sea by an invisible force. It became a battle of wills, each individual wrestling with their own desires and fears. Emma, understanding the magnitude of the situation, decided to take a bold step. She stood at the edge of the cliffs, where the siren's melody was at its strongest, and began to sing. Her voice carried a counter-melody, a song of hope and unity that interwove with the siren's haunting tune. The townspeople gathered around her, their hearts touched by her brave act. They joined in, their collective voices rising as a powerful chorus that drowned out the siren's song. In that moment, they felt the strength of their unity, and the enchantment of the mythical creatures wavered. The sirens, frustrated by their failed attempt to ensnare the townspeople, retreated into the depths of the sea. Their enchanting songs silenced, and Serenity Bay was once again safe from their allure. As the threat of the sirens passed, the town rejoiced in their victory over yet another challenge. Emma and Finn's alliance had proven invaluable, and their bond grew stronger with each trial they faced together. The town's transformation was evident in the days that followed. The community became more tightly knit, with a newfound appreciation for the strength that came from standing united. The town was healing, not just from the physical damage of the storm, but from the scars left by generations of curses and discord. As the seasons changed, Serenity Bay blossomed like a vibrant flower emerging after a long winter. The streets bustled with laughter and life, and the sea, once feared, became a source of wonder and inspiration once again. Emma and Finn, now revered as heroes, continued to guide and protect the town. They knew that their journey was far from over and that life's trials would continue to test their resolve. But they also knew that as long as they stood together and embraced the strength of their unity, they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. The tale of Serenity Bay spread beyond the town's borders, becoming a legendary odyssey of courage, hope, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. Travelers from distant lands came to witness the place where the curse had been broken, seeking inspiration from the town's triumph over adversity. And so, the legacy of Serenity Bay lived on. A story of a town once plagued by curses, now a beacon of resilience and unity. Emma and Finn's alliance had set in motion events that reshaped the town's destiny, reminding all who heard the tale that even in the face of the most daunting trials, the human spirit could prevail. Chapter 7. A Glimpse of Eternity. a mysterious visitor arrives in Serenity Bay, heralding an unexpected twist in Emma and Finn's odyssey. The newcomer reveals a deeper connection to the town's past and presents a choice that could alter the course of their destinies forever. As Serenity Bay thrived in the wake of the Sirens' defeat, life settled into a harmonious rhythm. The townspeople continued to rebuild their homes, and the laughter of children once again echoed through the streets. Emma and Finn basked in the newfound peace, cherishing the bonds they had forged with the community. One sunny morning, as Emma tended to the lighthouse and Finn prepared his ship for another journey, a peculiar sight caught their attention. A lone figure approached the town from the distant horizon, a traveler clad in a cloak of deep blue, their features hidden in shadow. Curiosity piqued. Emma and Finn exchanged glances before heading toward the town square to welcome the newcomer. As the traveler drew nearer, their presence seemed to command attention, as if they carried a tale of ancient wisdom and secrets from distant lands. The traveler introduced themselves as Celestia, a wanderer who had heard tales of Serenity Bay's transformation. Celestia's voice carried a timeless quality, and there was an air of mystery about them that intrigued both Emma and Finn. I have journeyed far and wide, drawn by the echoes of a legendary tale. A tale of a town that faced the wrath of the sea and emerged victorious, Celestia said. The tale of Serenity Bay has spread across the lands, capturing the imaginations of wanderers like myself. Intrigued, Emma and Finn invited Celestia to share their own story, sensing that there was more to their arrival than mere chance. I hail from a distant land where ancient myths intertwine with the threads of reality, Celestia began. In my homeland, we speak of a prophecy that foretells the rise of a chosen one marked by the sea gods themselves. This chosen one, they say, will be destined to shape the course of history. Emma's heart skipped a beat, her mind racing with the implications of Celestia's words. The prophecy bore a striking resemblance to the events that had unfolded in Serenity Bay. The awakening of the curse, the tremors, and the arrival of the chosen one. Could it be that I am the one foretold in your prophecy? Emma asked, her voice tinged with both hope and trepidation. Celestia's gaze held a depth of understanding that seemed to see into the very core of Emma's being. The answer lies not in my words, but within your heart. Celestia replied, he speaks of a bond between the chosen one and the sea, a connection that surpasses time and space. Only you can truly know if the prophecy aligns with your destiny. Emma contemplated Celestia's words, sensing a profound truth resonating within her. The sea had always held a special place in her heart, and her journey had forged an unbreakable bond with its depths. Yet she felt a weight of responsibility that she could not shake. The burden of her role. As the day drew to a close, Emma sought solace in the lighthouse, her sanctuary and the place where she had first discovered the ancient journal. The journal, once a symbol of mystery and foreboding, now represented the journey she had undertaken, the odyssey that had brought her to this pivotal moment. Lost in thought, Emma found herself turning to the journal's pages once more, seeking guidance and clarity. As she read, a vision unfolded before her, an ethereal realm where the past and the future converged. In this timeless space, Emma witnessed a tapestry of events. The town's founders invoking the sea god's wrath, the curse taking hold, and her own journey to break its malevolent grip. But woven into the fabric of destiny were the threads of a new possibility, a glimpse of eternity that could alter the course of her odyssey. The vision revealed a choice, one that required Emma to confront her deepest fears and embrace the full extent of her destiny. She saw herself standing at a crossroads, a choice between continuing her journey as the chosen one or relinquishing that role, free to forge her own path. As dawn broke, Emma emerged from the lighthouse, her heart burdened with the weight of the vision she had witnessed. She sought Finn's counsel, knowing that she could trust his wisdom and understanding. Finn, I have seen a vision, a glimpse of eternity that offers an alternative path, Emma began, her voice trembling with uncertainty. I am torn between the duty that has been bestowed upon me and the desire to lead a life of my own. Finn listened intently, his eyes filled with compassion. Emma, the sea has a way of revealing truths that lie buried deep within our souls, he said. The choice before you is one only you can make. But know that, whatever path you choose, I stand with you, now and always. Emma felt the weight of Finn's unwavering support, and it brought her a sense of peace. She knew that the decision she had to make was one that transcended the boundaries of time and space. A choice that would shape not just her destiny, but the fate of Serenity Bay itself. As the town's residents went about their daily lives, oblivious to the profound choice that lay before Emma, she sought out the sacred cliff where the siren's call had once tempted them all. The wind whispered its secrets, and the sea's melody caressed her heart. With a deep breath, Emma made her choice, guided by the threads of destiny woven through her journey. She would embrace her role as the chosen one, accepting the bond she shared with the sea and the weight of her responsibility to Serenity Bay. As the sun set, painting the horizon in hues of gold and crimson, Emma returned to the town square. She addressed the townspeople, their faces aglow with anticipation, and spoke of her decision. The choice to stand as the chosen one, guided by the sea's ancient wisdom. The town erupted in cheers and applause, celebrating Emma's resolve and the unity that had brought them this far. With Finn by her side and the support of Serenity Bay's residents, Emma felt a newfound strength, ready to face whatever challenges the future held. As the stars appeared in the night sky, Celestia watched from the shadows, their eyes gleaming with a mixture of pride and enigma. Their role in Serenity Bay's odyssey was far from over, and their presence hinted at mysteries that lay beyond the horizon. And so the tale of Serenity Bay continued. An odyssey of destiny and choice, of bonds forged by courage and unity, and of the eternal dance between humanity and the sea. Chapter 8. The Celestial Voyage. Serenity Bay prepares for a momentous voyage, a quest to seek the counsel of ancient sea spirits. Emma, Finn, and Celestia set sail on the Silver Serpent, venturing into uncharted waters, where they will face trials that test their resolve and discover truths that will shape the town's destiny. We saw right with a Mu's resolve as the chosen one reaffirmed. Serenity Bay buzzed with anticipation. The town prepared for a momentous voyage, a quest to seek the counsel of ancient sea spirits who held the secrets of the ocean's deepest mysteries. The townspeople gathered at the shores, watching as the Silver Serpent, Finn's weathered ship, was prepared for the journey. The air was charged with excitement and apprehension, for they knew that venturing into uncharted waters was not without risks. Emma, Finn, and Celestia stood at the ship's bow, their gazes fixed on the horizon. Celestia's presence, enigmatic and timeless, filled them with a sense of wonder and purpose. Together they would venture where no one from Serenity Bay had gone before. As the ship set sail, the sea welcomed them with a gentle embrace. The sun kissed the waves, its golden rays illuminating the path ahead. Yet the vast expanse of the ocean held secrets beyond imagination, and the trio knew that their voyage would be fraught with trials and revelations. The days turned into nights, and nights into days as they sailed across the endless ocean. Celestia shared tales of their own odyssey, of the lands they had traversed and the wonders they had witnessed. Emma and Finn hung on to each word, captivated by the timeless tales that unfolded before them. With each passing day, the sea seemed to stir, as if it sensed their purpose and responded in kind. The winds carried whispers of ancient wisdom, guiding their course towards the heart of the celestial waters. At last, they arrived at a mysterious island, an ethereal place shrouded in mist and mystery. Celestia revealed that this was the realm of the ancient sea spirits, a place where time held no sway and the boundaries between the mortal world and the divine blurred. As they set foot on the island, Emma felt a surge of energy coursing through her, a connection to the sea spirits that beckoned her closer. She sensed that they had been expecting her arrival, that her journey had been guided by forces led by Celestia. They ventured deeper into the island's heart, a labyrinth of ancient ruins and forgotten chambers. Within the sacred halls, they encountered the sea spirits, ethereal beings of luminescent beauty, their forms shimmering like the ocean's depths. The sea spirits spoke in a harmonious chorus, their voices resonating within Emma's heart. They acknowledged her role as the chosen one, the one destined to restore balance between the sea and the mortal realm. The ocean is a tapestry woven with the threads of time, the sea spirits sang. Its mysteries are boundless, and its truths lie buried within its depths. You, chosen one, Emma's heart swelled with a mixture of awe and responsibility. She knew that the journey she had undertaken, the Odyssey of Serenity Bay, was intricately connected to the ancient wisdom of the sea. The sea spirits revealed fragments of the town's past, the tales of its founders, the rise of the curse, and the moment when destiny had chosen Emma as the beacon of hope. As Emma and her companions delved deeper into the island's mysteries, they discovered an artifact of immense power, a sea gem said to hold the wisdom of the sea spirits themselves. The gem pulsed with a celestial light, as if a part of the cosmos resided within its core. The sea spirits spoke of the gem's significance, the key to unlocking the true potential of the chosen one. With its power, Emma could bridge the gap between the mortal world and the divine realm, guiding the fate of Serenity Bay and the balance of the sea. Yet the sea spirits issued a warning. The gem's power was both a blessing and a curse. To wield such power required immense responsibility and the strength to resist the temptations that came with it. Armed with the sea gem in hand, Emma felt a surge of energy course through her. The ocean itself seemed to respond, the waves swelling in rhythm with her heartbeat. She knew that the choices she made from this point forward would forever shape the fate of Serenity Bay. As they bid farewell to the sea spirits, the island's mists enveloped them once more, and they returned to the Silver Serpent. Emma, Finn, and Celestia knew that their journey was far from over, but they faced the future with a renewed sense of purpose. As they sailed back towards Serenity Bay, Emma's mind was filled with the echoes of the sea spirit's song and the weight of the sea gem in her hands. The gem's power pulsed within her, a constant reminder of her responsibility as the chosen one. But Emma also knew that she did not stand alone. She had Finn, Celestia, and the unwavering support of the town. Together, they would face whatever challenges the future held, united in their quest for balance. As they returned to Serenity Bay's shores, the townspeople greeted them with cheers and admiration. The town's transformation, from a place plagued by curses to a beacon of unity and hope, was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of destiny. Armed with the sea gem now in her possession, Emma knew that the true Odyssey had just begun. The journey to restore balance between the sea and the mortal realm was a timeless one, filled with trials and revelations, but also with the promise of a future where Serenity Bay thrived in harmony with the ocean that had shaped its destiny. And so the tale of Serenity Bay continued, an eternal odyssey of courage, wisdom, and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to sail the uncharted waters of fate. Chapter 9. The Tides of Destiny. As Emma embraces her role as the chosen one, a new threat emerges on the horizon. A dark force awakens, seeking to undo the balance she strives to restore. Serenity Bay faces its greatest challenge yet, and Emma must confront her inner demons to protect all she holds dear. With the sea gem in her possession, Emma's sense of purpose deepened. She knew that the true test of her journey had only just begun, and the power she wielded held both the potential for greatness and the risk of destruction. As the days turned into weeks, Serenity Bay flourished under the newfound harmony Emma's Odyssey had brought. The townspeople worked together with renewed vigor, embracing their unity and their connection to the sea. Yet, whispers began to spread of a looming threat. A dark force that sought to undo the balance Emma had fought so hard to restore. The malevolent energy that had once guarded the curse seemed to have found a new form, and its tendrils reached out, unsettling the tranquility of the town. Emma sensed the disturbance in the sea's energy, her connection to the ocean allowing her to feel the tremors beneath the surface. She knew that a powerful force was awakening, one that threatened to tip the scales back into chaos. Finn and Celestia stood by her side, ready to face whatever challenge lay ahead. Together, they sought answers, delving into ancient texts and seeking the counsel of the sea spirits. But the malevolent force remained elusive, shrouded in darkness and deceit. One stormy night, as the winds howled and the waves crashed against the shore, a vision appeared before Emma, a spectral figure that bore an eerie resemblance to the malevolent force they had encountered before. The figure spoke, its voice a sinister echo of the sea spirit's harmonious chorus. Chosen one, you have disrupted the balance we seek to uphold. Your quest for harmony threatens to unravel the order we have woven through the ages. Prepare to face the consequences of your defiance. Emma's heart raced with both fear and determination. She knew that the malevolent force would not rest until it achieved its goal, to plunge Serenity Bay back into darkness and chaos. But she would not be swayed from her path. Gathering the townspeople, Emma shared the vision and the threat it foretold. The community's unity, she knew, was their greatest defense against the impending darkness. Together, they would stand against the malevolent force. As the days passed, the malevolent force's presence grew stronger, its influence seeping into the hearts of some of the townspeople. Emma witnessed the doubt and fear that clouded their minds, as if the darkness sought to exploit their weaknesses. Among those affected was a close friend of Emma's, an old fisherman named Benjamin, whose troubled past had made him susceptible to the malevolent force's whispers. Emma could not bear to see her friend succumb to the darkness, and she knew that she had to confront the malevolent force head-on. Venturing into the heart of the storm, where the malevolent force's energy was at its strongest, Emma faced the spectral figure once more. She stood firm, her heart filled with the memories of the journey she had undertaken, the trials and triumphs that had shaped her into the chosen one. "I will not be swayed by your darkness," Emma declared, her voice unwavering. "I carry the wisdom of the sea spirits within me, and I am bound by a destiny that transcends the forces of chaos. Serenity Bay will remain united, and the balance I strive to restore will endure." The malevolent force roared with rage, its dark energy swirling around Emma like a tempest. It sought to break her spirit, to make her doubt her purpose and succumb to the allure of the darkness. But Emma's connection to the sea was unyielding, and she drew upon the strength of the town's unity to shield her heart from the malevolent force's influence. The sea gem pulsed with a radiant light, amplifying her resolve and guiding her through the storm. In a final surge of power, Emma unleashed the sea gem's energy, enveloping the malevolent force in a brilliant burst of light. The darkness wavered, its malevolence weakened, but Emma knew that it would not be defeated so easily. As the storm subsided, Emma returned to Serenity Bay, her heart heavy with the weight of the malevolent force's lingering threat. Benjamin, still struggling under the influence of the darkness, confronted her, his eyes haunted by shadows. "I can't fight it, Emma," Benjamin whispered, his voice trembling. "The darkness is too strong. It consumes me." Emma embraced her friend, her heart breaking for his suffering. But she knew that she could not give in to despair. She had to find a way to break the malevolent force's hold on Benjamin and protect him from himself. With Celestia's guidance, Emma devised a plan. A ritual that would tap into the power of the sea gem and the unity of the town to cleanse the darkness from Benjamin's heart. The townspeople gathered around, lending their strength and support to the ritual. As Emma channeled the sea gem's energy, a radiant light surrounded Benjamin, pushing back the darkness that had taken hold of him. The malevolent force fought to resist, but the combined strength of the town was too much to bear. In a burst of celestial energy, the darkness dissipated, leaving Benjamin free from its grasp. Tears of relief and gratitude filled his eyes as he realized that he had been saved from the abyss. The townspeople celebrated the victory, knowing that their unity had once again triumphed over darkness. Chapter 10. A Symphony of Seas. With the darkness thwarted, Serenity Bay enters a new era of prosperity and harmony. But Emma's journey is not over yet. The sea spirits reveal a final challenge that will test her connection to the ocean and the depths of her heart. Emma must embark on a soul-stirring quest, leading to a revelation that will forever bind her to the sea. The victory over the malevolent force brought a newfound sense of peace to Serenity Bay. The town thrived under the unity of its people, and the once dreaded sea became a source of inspiration and wonder once more. Emma's journey as the chosen one had borne fruit, and the harmony she had fought for became a symphony of seas that echoed throughout the town. Yet Emma knew that her odyssey was far from over. The sea spirits, ever watchful, revealed that there was one final trial she must face. A soul-stirring quest that would test her connection to the ocean and the depths of her heart. As the townspeople celebrated their triumph, Emma sought the guidance of Finn and Celestia. Together, they delved into ancient texts and consulted with the sea spirits, seeking to unravel the mystery that lay before them. The sea spirits spoke in riddles, their words dancing on the waves. To truly understand the sea, one must surrender to its depths, they said. A reflection of your heart will guide you on the path that lies ahead. The cryptic message left Emma with more questions than answers. She gazed out at the endless horizon, her mind filled with possibilities and uncertainties. The sea had been her companion throughout her journey, but she knew that there was still much she had yet to comprehend. Driven by curiosity and determination, Emma set out on her soul-stirring quest. The sea gem, pulsing with celestial light, guided her towards a secluded cove, hidden from the prying eyes of the town. As Emma stepped onto the sandy shores, she felt a profound sense of connection to the sea. The waves caressed her feet like a gentle embrace, whispering tales of ancient wisdom and timeless secrets. With the sea gem clasped tightly in her hand, Emma waded into the water, feeling its cool embrace envelop her. She closed her eyes, allowing the rhythm of the waves to guide her, surrendering herself to the depths of the ocean's wisdom. In that moment, Emma felt a shift within her, a connection so profound that it transcended the boundaries of time and space. Her mind became a canvas where memories of the sea's past mingled with visions of its future. She saw the sea in all its facets, the peaceful lull of the waves under a moonlit sky, the ferocious might of a tempest in its fury, and the silent depths where untold wonders lay hidden from mortal eyes. In this symphony of seas, Emma saw her own journey woven into the tapestry of the ocean's history, a chosen one bound by destiny, united with the spirit of the sea. As the vision subsided, Emma opened her eyes, her heart filled with a profound understanding of the sea's eternal dance. The sea gem, now pulsing with a harmonious light, resonated with the ocean's energy as if it had been forged from the very essence of the sea. The sea spirits appeared before her, their ethereal forms shimmering with approval. You have seen the symphony of seas, the ebb and flow of its timeless melody, they sang. The ocean is a reflection of your heart. Emma felt a profound sense of peace and acceptance. She knew that her destiny was forever entwined with the sea, the protector of Serenity Bay, and the chosen one guided by the wisdom of the ocean's depths. With newfound clarity, Emma returned to Serenity Bay, where Finn, Celestia, and the townspeople awaited her return. She shared the revelations of her soul-stirring quest, speaking of the symphony of seas and the eternal bond she shared with the ocean. As the townspeople gathered around her, their eyes filled with awe and admiration. They knew that their destiny was interwoven with Emma's, and the harmony they had achieved was a testament to the power of unity and the resilience of the human spirit. As Serenity Bay embraced its future, the town became a beacon of hope and inspiration for travelers from far and wide. Emma's odyssey had transformed the town, not just breaking curses but forging a connection to the sea that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. The tale of Serenity Bay spread across the lands, becoming a legend of courage, unity, and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dance with the sea's symphony. And so, the Odyssey continued, an eternal journey of discovery and growth of the town's enduring bond with the sea, and the chosen one who carried the wisdom of the ocean within her heart. Chapter 11. The Legacy of Serenity Bay. As the years passed, Serenity Bay thrived under the harmony Emma's Odyssey had brought. The town became a sanctuary for those seeking solace and wisdom from the sea. But as Emma's time as the chosen one drew to a close, a new generation faced their own trials, and the legacy of Serenity Bay endured through the ages. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Serenity Bay blossomed like a vibrant flower after a long winter. The town thrived under the unity and harmony that Emma's Odyssey had brought, becoming a sanctuary for travelers and wanderers seeking solace and wisdom from the sea. Emma, Finn, and Celestia remained at the heart of Serenity Bay, guiding and nurturing the town's prosperity. But as the years went by, Emma knew that her time as the chosen one would eventually come to an end. The sea had taught her many things, and she understood that the balance she had fought so hard to restore required a perpetual ebb and flow, a passing of the torch to a new generation that would face their own trials and tribulations. As the years passed, a new group of young souls emerged in Serenity Bay, curious and eager to learn from the town's storied past. Emma took them under her wing, sharing the tales of her Odyssey and guiding them to find their own connection with the sea. Among these young souls was Lily, a spirited and compassionate young woman who bore a striking resemblance to Emma's younger self. Lily had grown up listening to the legends of Serenity Bay and harbored dreams of her own Odyssey to follow in Emma's footsteps as a guardian of the sea. Emma saw potential in Lily, recognizing the same determination and courage that had once driven her own journey. She knew that the time had come to pass on the mantle of the chosen one, a legacy that would endure through the ages. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Emma invited Lily to the lighthouse, the place where her own Odyssey had begun. "Lily, my dear, you carry the spirit of the sea within you," Emma said, her eyes filled with a mixture of pride and nostalgia. "The time has come for you to embrace your destiny, to become the next chosen one, bound by the wisdom of the ocean and the legacy of Serenity Bay." Lily's eyes widened with awe and uncertainty, but she knew that this moment had been foretold in the legends of Serenity Bay. She looked out at the vast expanse of the sea, feeling a deep connection to the ocean that had shaped the town's destiny. "I am honored, Emma," Lily stammered. "But how can I follow in your footsteps? Your Odyssey is legendary, and the weight of such a responsibility." Emma placed a reassuring hand on Lily's shoulder, her voice gentle yet firm. "Every journey begins with a single step, Lily," she said. "You have the heart of a guardian. The spirit of the sea flows through your veins. Embrace your connection with the ocean, and the wisdom you seek will be revealed to you." With Emma's guidance, Lily set out on her own Odyssey, a quest to discover the depths of her connection to the sea and the destiny that awaited her. The town rallied behind her, supporting the young woman as she faced her trials with determination and courage. As Lily's bond with the sea grew stronger, she found herself connecting not just with the ocean's majesty, but with the spirits of those who had come before her. Their wisdom echoed in her heart, guiding her through the challenges that lay ahead. One stormy night, as Lily stood at the edge of the cliffs, the sea's energy surged around her like a symphony of seas. She felt the presence of the sea spirits, the guardians of Serenity Bay who had overseen the town's fate for generations. The sea spirits sang to Lily, their harmonious chorus filling her soul with a profound sense of purpose. "Embrace your legacy, chosen one," they sang. "The wisdom of the sea is boundless, and your Odyssey will forever shape the destiny of Serenity Bay." In that moment, Lily understood the true meaning of her journey: to carry on the legacy of Serenity Bay, to protect the town and its harmony, and to guide future generations towards their own destinies. As the years passed, Lily's Odyssey continued, and Serenity Bay thrived under her guidance. The town became renowned not just for its breathtaking beauty, but for the wisdom that flowed from the sea, and the guardians who protect. Generations came and went, each bearing their own chosen one, their own guardian of the sea. And with each passing era, the legacy of Serenity Bay endured, passing down the wisdom and unity that had shaped the town's destiny. Through the ages, the tale of Serenity Bay became a legend, a beacon of hope and inspiration for those who sought harmony and courage in the face of adversity. As Lily's time as the chosen one drew to a close, she stood at the edge of the cliffs, her heart at peace. She had faced trials and triumphs, just as Emma had done before her, and she knew that her odyssey had been a gift, a connection to something greater than herself. With a contented smile, Lily surrendered the mantle of the chosen one, passing it on to a new soul, a young woman named Grace, who had the same spirit and determination that Emma and Lily had once possessed. Lily watched as Grace embraced her destiny, setting out on her own odyssey, a journey that would shape the future of Serenity Bay and perpetuate the legacy that had been woven through the ages. As Lily stepped back into the embrace of the town, she knew that her connection with the sea would forever be a part of her, just as it had been for all the chosen ones who had come before her. The legacy of Serenity Bay endured, a tale of courage, unity, and the eternal bond between humanity and the sea. A symphony of seas that echoed through the ages. And so, the Odyssey continued, an unending tale of destinies entwined, of the town that had embraced the wisdom of the sea, and the chosen ones who had heeded the call of their hearts. Chapter 12. The Everlasting Serenade. As the legacy of Serenity Bay carried on through the ages, the town became a beacon of harmony and wisdom, drawing seekers from all corners of the world. The sea's symphony continued to echo in the hearts of the chosen ones, guiding them on their soul-stirring quests. And as the sun set on one generation, a new dawn awaited, an everlasting serenade of destiny and unity. The passing of the mantle from Lily to Grace marked the beginning of a new era for Serenity Bay. Grace embraced her role as the chosen one with humility and determination, knowing that her odyssey would shape the future of the town and perpetuate the legacy of harmony and wisdom. As the years turned into decades, and the decades into centuries, Serenity Bay flourished under Grace's guidance. The town became renowned as a beacon of harmony and enlightenment, drawing seekers from all corners of the world. People came to Serenity Bay not just to witness its breathtaking beauty, but to immerse themselves in the sea's symphony, to seek solace, wisdom, and guidance from the ocean's timeless depth. With each passing generation, the mantle of the chosen one was passed on to new guardians of the sea. Each chosen one embarked on their own soul-stirring quest, a journey of self-discovery, courage, and connection to the ocean's wisdom. The sea's symphony echoed in the hearts of the chosen ones, guiding them on their paths and bestowing upon them the responsibility of protecting the balance between the mortal realm and the sea's eternal depths. As the years went by, the town's history became intertwined with the tales of the chosen ones, legends of courage, unity, and the indomitable spirit of those who had heeded the call of the sea. One such tale was that of Isabella, a chosen one from a distant era. Isabella was a young woman of unyielding curiosity and a thirst for adventure. From a tender age, she had felt a profound connection to the sea, a calling that whispered its secrets in her dreams. When Isabella came of age, she set out on her own odyssey, guided by the sea's symphony. Her journey led her to Serenity Bay, where the town's history and the legacy of the chosen ones beckoned her closer. As Isabella stood at the edge of the cliffs, the sea breeze caressed her face, and she felt a surge of energy, the ocean's embrace welcoming her home. She knew that her destiny was intertwined with Serenity Bay, and her heart filled with a sense of purpose. With each step she took, Isabella immersed herself in the town's history, learning from its wise inhabitants and drawing inspiration from the tales of the chosen ones who had come before her. The sea's symphony called to her, guiding her towards an ancient temple hidden within the cliffs, a place of ethereal beauty where the sea's energy pulsed with a radiant light. As Isabella approached the temple's entrance, she felt a presence, the spirit of the sea itself, welcoming her with a harmonious melody. The ancient wisdom of the ocean filled her heart, revealing to her the mysteries of Serenity Bay's past and the destinies that had shaped the town's fate. Within the temple's depths, Isabella discovered a collection of ancient tomes and sacred artifacts, knowledge passed down through generations of chosen ones. She read tales of courage, unity, and the unbreakable bond between the town and the sea. But among the records of triumphs and victories, Isabella also found tales of challenges faced by the chosen ones. She saw echoes of Emma, Lily, Grace, and all those who had stood before her, confronting their inner demons and the darkness that sought to disrupt the balance they had fought so hard to achieve. As the years passed, Isabella's connection to Serenity Bay deepened, and the town embraced her as one of their own. She, too, became a guardian of the sea, a chosen one bound by destiny and the wisdom of the ocean. People from all walks of life sought her counsel, drawn to the town's legendary history and Isabella's own wisdom and compassion. Serenity Bay had become more than just a town. It was a sanctuary where the sea's symphony echoed in every heart that sought solace and guidance. As Isabella's time as the chosen one drew to a close, she stood at the edge of the cliffs one final time, her heart filled with gratitude for the journey she had undertaken. She knew that her legacy would endure, passed down through the generations. Her tale woven into the tapestry of Serenity Bay's history. With the setting sun painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, Isabella surrendered the mantle of the chosen one, knowing that the town's destiny would forever be guided by the spirit of the sea. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a new dawn awaited, a perpetual serenade of destiny and unity. The legacy of Serenity Bay carried on through the ages, a tale of courage and wisdom that would forever be etched into the hearts of those who dared to embrace the call of the sea. And so the Odyssey continued, an everlasting symphony of seas, of destinies entwined, and the town that had become a timeless sanctuary for those who sought harmony and the wisdom of the ocean's depth. Chapter 13. A Journey Beyond the Horizon. At the passing of the mantle to a new chosen one, Serenity Bay continued to thrive, its legacy of harmony and wisdom enduring through the ages. As the town flourished, whispers of a forgotten prophecy emerged. A tale of a distant land beyond the horizon where the sea held the answers to the universe's deepest mysteries. A new Odyssey awaited, and the chosen one embarked on a journey that would transcend time and space. As Isabella passed on the mantle of the chosen one, Serenity Bay continued to thrive, its legacy of harmony and wisdom enduring through the ages. The town's unity remained unshaken, and the spirit of the sea's symphony echoed in every heart that called the town home. Yet, as the generations passed, whispers of a forgotten prophecy emerged from the annals of Serenity Bay's history, a tale of a distant land beyond the horizon, where the sea held the answers to the universe's deepest mysteries. The prophecy spoke of a place where time and space intertwined, a realm where the boundaries of reality blurred. It was said that this land existed beyond the furthest reaches of the known world, a realm accessible only to the chosen one, bound by destiny and the wisdom of the sea. As the town flourished under the guidance of new chosen ones, tales of the forgotten prophecy became woven into Serenity Bay's folklore, a distant dream that had captivated the hearts and minds of the town's inhabitants for generations. Among those who became enraptured by the tale was a young woman named Elara, a free spirit with a longing for adventure and a deep connection to the sea. From a young age, Elara had felt the call of the ocean as if it whispered tales of far-off lands and uncharted waters. As Elara grew older, the whispers of the forgotten prophecy became a persistent melody in her heart. She knew that her destiny was intertwined with the tale, that she, too, was meant to embark on an odyssey beyond the horizon, where the sea held the universe's deepest truths. With the sea gem clasped in her hand, Elara set out on her journey, guided by the spirit of the sea and the echoes of the forgotten prophecy. The town's inhabitants bid her farewell, knowing that her quest held the potential to unlock the mysteries that had eluded even the wisest of minds. As she sailed across the endless ocean, Alara felt a profound connection to the sea, as if it beckoned her closer to the realm of the forgotten prophecy. The waves danced in harmony around her, and the stars above seemed to guide her path. Weeks turned into months, and still, Alara's determination did not waver. She knew that the journey to the distant land would be fraught with challenges, but she drew strength from the legacy of Serenity Bay and the chosen ones who had come. One moonlit night, as the sea shimmered like a silver mirror, Alara spotted a faint glimmer on the horizon. A shimmering portal that seemed to lead beyond the confines of reality. Her heart raced with excitement and trepidation as she steered her ship towards the enigmatic gateway. As she crossed the threshold, the world around her shifted. A kaleidoscope of colors and sensations that in this realm beyond the horizon, time seemed to flow differently, as if it danced to the rhythm of the sea's symphony. Alara felt a sense of wonder and humility, as if she were but a small part of the vastness that surrounded her. Guided by an otherworldly energy, Alara explored the distant land, where the sea held the answers to the universe's deepest mysteries. She encountered ancient beings, ethereal and wise, who spoke in riddles and tales that spanned the ages. Each encounter filled Alara with newfound insights and revelations, shaping her understanding of the cosmos and her own connection to the sea. She learned that the ocean was not just a body of water. It was a living entity, woven into the fabric of the universe itself. In this realm of forgotten truths, Alara discovered that Serenity Bay's legacy of harmony and wisdom had been part of a cosmic tapestry, a symphony of seas that echoed through time and space. As the days turned into weeks, Alara's odyssey became a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. She realized that the forgotten prophecy was not just a distant dream. It was a testament to the interconnectedness of all existence, where the sea's wisdom held the key to unlocking the universe's deepest secrets. With each revelation, Alara's heart swelled with a profound sense of purpose. She knew that her journey would forever shape the destiny of Serenity Bay and all who called the town home. As she prepared to return to the familiar shores of Serenity Bay, she felt a mixture of nostalgia and gratitude for the town that had nurtured her spirit and guided her on her path. With the sea gem aglow in her hand, Alara passed through the shimmering portal, emerging back into the familiar world she had left behind. The townspeople greeted her return with joy and wonder, knowing that her odyssey had been a journey beyond the horizon. Alara shared the tale of her odyssey, a journey that transcended time and space, where the sea's symphony had led her to the forgotten truths of the universe. The echoes of the forgotten prophecy became intertwined with the town's history, forever shaping Serenity Bay's legacy of harmony and wisdom. The tale of Alara's odyssey inspired generations to come, instilling in them a sense of wonder and a thirst for understanding the mysteries of the sea, and so the odyssey continued, an everlasting journey beyond the horizon, where the sea's symphony guided the chosen ones to transcend the boundaries of reality and connect with the universe's deepest truths. Chapter 14. A Sea of Eternity. As the centuries passed, Serenity Bay remained a haven of harmony and wisdom, its legacy enduring through the ages. The town's story became interwoven with the sea's symphony, a tale of courage, unity, and the indomitable spirit of those who had heeded the call of the ocean. The chosen ones continued to rise, each carrying the wisdom of their predecessors in their hearts. With each passing generation, the connection to the sea deepened, and the town flourished under the guidance of those who understood the delicate balance between mortal life and the eternal depths. Through the ages, the forgotten prophecy's tale remained alive, forever a beacon of mystery and wonder. Some daring souls set out on their own odysseys beyond the horizon, seeking the answers to the universe's deepest truths. Each journey added a new verse to the sea's symphony, a testament to the boundless nature of the ocean's wisdoms. But even as the chosen ones changed and the world evolved, the spirit of Serenity Bay endured. The town remained a sanctuary, a place where seekers could find solace, wisdom, and inspiration from the symphony of visitors from distant lands marveled at the town's beauty and were captivated by its legacy. They, too, felt the call of the sea, the longing for unity and the desire to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden within the ocean's depths. As the sun set on one generation and rose on the next, Serenity Bay stood as a testament to the power of unity and the enduring bond between humanity and the sea. The town's story had transcended time, becoming a part of the eternal tapestry of the universe. And so the Odyssey continued, an unending journey of discovery, growth, and connection. The legacy of Serenity Bay echoed in the hearts of all who had been touched by its magic. A symphony of seas that stretched beyond the horizon and connected every soul to the eternal embrace of the ocean. The sea's symphony played on, an everlasting serenade that bound the town's destiny to the universe's deepest truths. Serenity Bay had become more than just a place. It was a timeless sanctuary where the chosen ones would forever dance with the sea's wisdom and the town's enduring spirit. In the end, the town's legacy was not just a tale. It was a legacy of love, unity, and the eternal embrace of the sea. And so, dear reader, as we close the final chapter of this Odyssey, remember that the sea's symphony calls to us all. Embrace your own journey. Seek the wisdom that lies within and let the ocean's harmony guide you on your path. For in the symphony of seas, there lies a world of untold wonders, a world waiting to be discovered by those who dare to dance with the waves and embrace the call of the sea's eternal embrace. And so, the legacy of Serenity Bay lives on, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the unbreakable bond between humanity and the vast, eternal sea.